Hey there everyone, welcome back to Bloodborne. We are going to diverge from the story for a while and start working on the Chalice Dungeons, beginning with the Pthumerian Labyrinth underneath Byrgenwerth. If you recall, we recovered the Pthumeru Chalice way back when in Old Yharnam after defeating the blood-starved beast. So let's start by taking a closer look at the chalice itself and see what we can figure out here. So, I did not drop any of the chalices yet, and I do want to talk a little bit about how this is going to work. So first off, there are several chalices in the game, and I believe I've already talked about these. The first one you get is the Pthumeru Chalice, like I said, from killing the blood-starved beast. And we picked up Alien the Ran, I believe, from the Amygdala, and Great Ease I think we got from Ebrietas. And there's more of these that we get while we complete them. And there are 6 we need to fully complete in order to get one of the trophies in the game. And there is a 7th we need to go to get supplies for one of the 6. So this is kind of like a tanky bulwark kind of thing that you just have to do if you want to get all the trophies. I do believe this was meant to be a DLC, not DLC, this is meant to be a multiplayer type thing, and I don't think it really did that well. A lot of people tend to complain about these, and I think it would be a lot more fun to do with people, so by all means, play it online with others. But I'm going to show how to do it without playing online, just on the basis that, maybe the servers eventually aren't active anymore, or, maybe there's nobody you want to play with, or nobody can play with you at the time. Who knows? So, there are seven labyrinths that we're going to check out. The first 3 are Pthumerian Labyrinths. There's Pthumeru, which we have from the Pthumeru Chalice, which is going to lead to Central Pthumeru and Lower Pthumeru. After that, we are going to return to the story and go to the Hunter's Nightmare. And once we finish with that, we will come back and start working on the last of them, which is going to be Alien the Ran, which we have here. And we're also going to do Lower Loran. We don't need to finish it, technically. I'm going to finish it, but you don't actually need to finish the Lower Loran Chalice. You just need to go there to get supplies for the last one, I think. And then there are two other labyrinths that we need to go to after that. So after the Pthumerian and Alien Loran ones, there is the Cursed and Defiled Labyrinth, which is the bane of existence for everybody. That is by far the worst. And then there is the Great Pthumeru Ihil Labyrinth, which is the final one we need to go to get the trophy. There are shortcuts to get around this, but I don't know how they work exactly, and it requires you to be in online play to do this. So like I said, I'm going to show this from a perspective of playing offline. So, let's look at the Pthumeru Chalice first. Pthumeru Chalice, ritual chalice found in the Church of the Good Chalice, which is where we fought the blood-starved beast. Used in a ritual at the tomb altar in the hunter's dream to break the seal of the old underground labyrinth. Let the chalice reveal the tomb of the gods. Let blood be the hunter's nourishment, and let ye partake in communion. Which I feel is like a way of saying play with others, right? It's not just me, I don't think. Most of the time when I see people play these, they definitely play with other people. Okay, so we have the chalice. So what we essentially want to do with that is perform what we call a chalice ritual. There are 6 chalices starting from, or 6 tombstones starting from here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 at the top. So you can see the numbers if I stand next to them. These are where you can open up the labyrinths. There are 2 types of chalices that I'm familiar with. There is the regular chalice for a place, and there's a root chalice. I believe the root chalice is just a randomized version of the same dungeon. I don't think it changes anything otherwise. So if you like these a lot, go ahead and play with those. I'm not doing the root chalices. But this is the first ritual altar, so we're going to check it out. Use the ritual altar to create a chalice dungeon with a chalice ritual, or to search for chalice dungeons created by hunters in other worlds. And I do believe the hunters from other worlds is the way you can kind of skip forward in some of these. Again, I just don't know exactly how that's done, and I am playing from the offline perspective here, so we're going to do this the hard way. Okay, so Chalice Ritual. If you go to this, it's going to tell you what you need. And, oh no, I don't have enough blood echoes. We're already starting off in a good way, right? So you can see there's 4 icons on the top. So there are basically 4 different types of chalices. There's the Pthumerian, Hintertomb, Loran, and Ease. I've never done the Hintertomb or Ease chalices, and I've never completed the Loran chalices before. So if there's interest in seeing more of this, once we are finished with the DLC and the other chalices, we can go in and play with some of these. So I need to get some blood echoes. Otherwise, you can see all I need is Ritual Blood level 1, and I need 2 of them, which we have. We picked a lot of this up during the game. So we're going to see what I could possibly sell to get to, was it 1,000 echoes? Let's see, what could I sell? I said I would sell blue elixir, because I don't use it much. I don't think I need numbing mist. Get rid of the pebbles. I'll keep the poison knives, just in case. I think I will sell, let's see, get this. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Alright, so now it's accessible. Forgot about the blood echoes. So we're going to conduct ritual. Again, all we need is the chalice itself and the ritual blood and the echoes. So conduct a ritual to create a chalice dungeon. Materials will be consumed. The ritual is finished and a chalice rests upon the altar. You may now explore the dungeon. Now, because we have 6 places we can do this from, I would say leave them there when you're finished. Because we're doing 7 of them, you're only going to need 1 left over, so maybe override the first one. Or if you're really sick of it when we get to it, override the Cursed and Defiled Labyrinth, because that's everybody's least favorite, I would assume. It's definitely my least favorite. But essentially, you might want to leave them there. So before we jump into this, one thing I do want to comment on with the Chalice Dungeons is that you want to try to make sure you fully search the entire dungeon. Don't just go straight to the end if you want to do all the trophies, because many of the items you pick up in here, some of them, there is like 1 weapon I think we will need to pick up in one of these. There are some items we're going to need, and many of them are ritual items. So just make sure to thoroughly explore the dungeon. One thing to watch out for that is, I would say, semi-easy to overlook. I don't know. I seem to find them all the time, but I'm sure I've overlooked them before, is that there are hidden walls or hidden passageways in the dungeons. So if you've played any of the Souls games, you're probably familiar with those. So you basically need to roll into the wall and it will disappear, or hit it and it will disappear. And sometimes that's going to keep you from getting to certain things, as far as I know. I don't believe I've ever missed them, but you just want to make sure you're being thorough. And it is easy to get lost, so keep that in mind. The first ones are pretty straightforward and easy, but as the game goes on, these tend to take a bit more time to get through, and they get significantly harder as they level up. So, let's go to Chamber of the Seal. Alright, so you may notice it says Layer 1. Most of the Chalice Dungeons that I've been in have 3 layers. There's one I'm familiar with that has 4. I don't think I've ever seen any others like that, so I don't know if there's anything below 4. But basically, we're going deeper and deeper into the labyrinths. At the end of each layer is essentially a boss fight. And so you kind of clear the labyrinth. You're looking for a lever that is going to open the gates to the next level. But you need to find that lever first. Once you do that, you can leave right away. You can go straight to the boss fight if you want, but like I said, you want to make sure to clear the labyrinth if you're going for trophies, and don't want to do any farming because you will miss things if you don't completely sweep these. So let's first start with light the lamp, not the rat. So we can return to the hunter's dream if we need to. And so straight off we have a door. That's so very Chalice Dungeon. And we have another lamp already. Alright, that was quick. I do believe the first lamp is the Chamber of the Seal, and the second lamp here is the layer lamp. There should only be one per layer. There's the seal lamp, the layer lamps at each level, and there's usually a final... I think there might be a final boss room lamp. I don't remember if there's one in every boss room. So there may be I don't know what it's called in the boss rooms, but I think there's a lamp for those as well. So, the gate ahead is the one that's locked, so we want to look for a lever to open that. Now, most of the enemies in the Pthumerian Labyrinth are very, very easy. So we are way OP for this. We're not going to get much out of it, besides maybe some ritual supplies. I don't have any notes on anything. I'm going to leave the corridor for now. I do believe the inhabitants down here are Pthumerians. Ooh. Yeah, these might be Pthumerians, I'm not sure. Or what's left of them, I'm not... That or they're undead. Or undead Pthumerians, I guess. Could be both. It's very quiet down here. Blood vials. Alright, I'm gonna do let's do the underpass first, then I'll do the ladder. So many of these places are set up so that you have to cross bridges and such, and a lot of times one of the faults of falling off is you need to trail back to the main room and then make your way back. And there's the bridge, and of course, it's blocked by one of these guys. They are a lot less intimidating here, but... So, as I was saying, the enemies here are pretty weak in this particular labyrinth. The boss fights, however, can sometimes be rather difficult early on. So if you're trying to do these earlier, which I fully encourage, just note that if the boss fight is extremely hard, you're probably just a little too underleveled for it. And which one did I come through? Oh. Okay, come on. Okay, I'm gonna head down this way. Okay, sneak up on me. I don't know if there's a tell on the false walls. Honestly, I can't remember what the name of those walls was in Dark Souls. Tomb molds. There was a name for the false walls, I think. I don't remember what they're called. I think that is everything. Alright, let's take the ladder next. We're actually already nearly done with the first layer. I don't think there's much to this first part. Nope, we got a bell ringing lady. Bell ringing maiden. One thing about the bell ringing maidens down here that's really nice is that if you take them out, their summons go out too. It's not like the ones in the main world, the waking world. Oop, big guy. Okay. It was easy enough. That's the lever. Right. Well, was right in front of me. Oh, come on. So, once we touch this, somewhere a door to the old labyrinth has opened. And so that gives us access to the next section of the layer, which will bring us to essentially access to the first fight. So we're going to head back. Never realized how quiet it is in these places. It is pretty easy to get hit by those, which is why I tend to clear out the lower layers if I have the option. If you fall into them and the enemies in there are a bit too much for you, it's very easy to get killed. And of course, getting swarmed is always a distinct possibility. Alright, now in many cases you will find secondary doors in here leading to bigger parts of the labyrinth, but this first one, like I said, is pretty short. I think this is the boss door. More often than not, you can usually hear them. This one should be the Undead Giant, which can be quite formidable if you're earlier on in the game when you do this. Oh, he's already destroying me. It may not seem like much, that's because I'm really OP right now. He's still dealing out a lot of damage, though. Adept Blood Gemstone and Bloodstone Shard. And I hear there it is. So that is layer 1. We're in good standing, so we're going to press down to layer 2. Let's see, there wasn't a door there, no. Don't think there's any false walls in this particular labyrinth, but Doesn't hurt to check. And I'm gonna light up my lamp. Yeah, watch out for the traps. I clearly forgot about that. Right there. So that big thing I'm standing on right here, that's what set those off. Some of the traps in these can be extremely deadly. We got the door here, the boss door. Hiding behind the coffin or in the coffin. Nice place. This looks like a place that you would fall into. I'm gonna scope the perimeter really quick. Okay, we got traps. So there must be a... Yeah, there's a pressure plate right here. So if you had stepped on that, they launch, I think, either darts, not darts, kind of like a bolt or fireball, I'm not sure. We'll have to test it. What is that? So another reason I like to come here later in the game is because you kind of get spoiled on some of the enemies. So stuff that you would find in the main world. There are unique enemies here. And there are some unique boss fights, which are totally worth seeing. But there's a lot of stuff that's from the main game. There you are. Okay, where is... There you are. I hear something. Okay, so we had a door on this side. And... Well, which way do we want to go first? Just go here. Sometimes the enemies like to hide out in the corridors, kind of stuck behind pillars or in little caverns. And usually if you get to these areas like this, you might find rooms like this or just a stairway leading down to it. If it's not the lever, you might actually find treasure. It's usually guarded by something. Nothing threatening in this case. Oh, come on. So just snatchers at this point. And the snatchers here are about, I want to say, half the health of the ones in the waking world. So they're not of major concern. Ritual Blood level 2. And so those are the kinds of things you want to pick up just in case. I hit a pressure plate. Yeah, there's the pressure plate. So again, watch out for those. They're not so bad right now, but when you get to higher level chalices, they can be quite dangerous. Okay. So we got kind of an open room here. Door off to the side. I'm gonna guess that there's a bell ringing maiden in there, so I should probably do this quick. And I think this was the overlook we were just at. So yeah, we were down there already. Are you a pressure plate? No. Okay, in our opinion, this is going to lead us to our lever. There you are. Hey there. And who's guarding? One of the big boys. Be careful if you see enemies like this. Some of them kind of do this roly-poly thing where they will just decimate you. They roll at you super fast and just smash you to bits. So don't underestimate them. I don't think that one's a roly-poly, but it does look like it could be one. We'll find out. Oh, no, he is. Oh, he's already wrecking me. Yeah, okay, he was definitely roly-poly. Watch out for those. Anything in here? Anything? No. I didn't check this side. Alright, so I think that is it here. We're gonna head back. Go to the next level, next layer. I think we're over here. Yeah, I went a little too far there. And yeah, so I thought it was this wall. And too far. We got 3 big guys up top. This is pretty easy. One has a firearm, so just watch out for him. Pthumeru, Root Chalice, and Tempering Blood Gemstone. So I mentioned before we came in here about there being regular chalices and root chalices. So that's how you access the root chalice. If you really like these and want to do more randomized versions. You look like a pressure plate, but you can't be. So, that's the end of layer 2. Let's go down to layer 3. Dang, took them down. Yeah. Yeah, that's how OP we are right now, and I'm gonna say, even if you were playing this pretty early in the game, they're not bad. The Undead Giant, he will put you in your place. You can see how much damage he was already dealing out to me, and I'm way above that level, so... we gotta go down for this. The locked door is already the first thing in our way. Okay, so first of all, you have summons in the dungeons, so feel free to go ahead and use them. I'm not going to bother with this one because it's not really necessary. They do help a bit in some of the higher level ones, though. You know what? I'm actually going to summon him just so we can clear these enemies out quicker. This next room is actually kind of large, so I don't really need him for the boss fight, I don't think, though. I forgot how big that room is. So he'll catch up with us. Might as well use some of my insight. Alright, let's clear out the perimeter first. Oh. So notice that they might drop these little things that just came off the giant centipede like duder. They tend to drop these and they do have items on them. Usually I think it's just haze. Arcane haze it's called. It's a good item to have. We're going to need it for rituals, so. And we have a bell reading maiden here somewhere. I should probably take care of her first. Okay, dude, come on. So again, I'm just doing the perimeter first. Kind of let Oleg do his thing. Somebody's trying to bombard us. So these rooms like this, the rooms we're kind of running into, they tend to repeat in the other dungeons. So kind of once you get a feel for them, they're all very similar. It's just how many doors they have that lead to other places tends to increase indefinitely. And some of the dungeons take a long time to get through because of that. Alright, watch for the fireballs. Arcane haze, there we go. That may be it for the big dudes. I'm stuck. I got stuck on a branch. I can take care of that. And there's a trap here. I bet this is for a elevator. Nothing over here, and that's the door we came in. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off on this. I have a feeling the bell ringing maiden is somewhere over here. Where are you? There she is. So these guys are essentially firing these off. So if you suddenly die at the entrance, that's why. Ritual blood level 2. Ritual blood level 2. Again, we're gonna come back to the elevator. I think we'll, since we're up here, we might as well check out what's down the hallway. It's probably gonna end up leading back to the elevator, and I'm probably gonna have to pull the lever on the top side. Oops, mine. Okay, thank you. Oh, are you locked? No, you are not. Ooh. I think these are, this might be the, like, actual Pthumerians or something like that. Or something related to them. Those are actually unique to the Labyrinth. I'm thinking that's what they might be. I do believe they're supposed to be humanoid and tall, but don't quote me on that. And if you notice, the guy with me, he's a tomb prospector, which means he's supposed to be one of the people that were kind of watching these places. We have an outfit for them. Alright, so we have a ladder. Let's go in here first. Okay, so this is one of those gate rooms. Alright. What's he using on his back? Is that... That's the Kirk hammer, right? Okay, no items here. Most of the time there's not much behind these things. But it's Bloodborne. We have to destroy everything, right? Oop. There must be a tripwire. Okay. So just to demonstrate this... Okay, so I was half right. I said a bolt or a fireball. It's both. Or does that make me double right? I'll go with half right. I don't... No credit for partials. Let's see. There was a ladder in here, right? I could have swore there was a ladder in here somewhere. There you are. Okay. Sorry, I knew I saw a ladder. And like I said, that door there is probably going to bring me back to the elevator. And if it doesn't, this will. Dead end? Dead end. Not seeing a doorway. Okay. Tomb mold. It's just what I've always wanted. You know, I say that in jest, but students literally bring me mold all the time just because we talk about it in class so much. And honestly, it always makes my day so much better. It's nothing better than a student bringing you a nice big batch of mold they found in their refrigerator. Whoop! Pressure plate. Where's the pressure plate? I did not see that one. Did you step on the pressure plate, or did I step on it? I was the one running through the door, so I don't see it, though. Okay, well, there must have been a pressure plate somewhere around here. Look, we'll just not push blame on anybody. I'll accept that neither of us did it, alright? It just happened. Chance events. Okay, so let's clear this room. And there's the elevator. So it just happens to be that we're at the one that's up and not the one that's down. Let's see, check in here. I usually don't find much up here. And this is probably the other elevator. Either it's here or it's on the next round. There it is. What did I say? That's the one I lowered. He really wants that guy, so I'm gonna let him have it. Yes, that's the Kirk hammer, if you're curious what that does. It's kind of like Ludwig's, but a giant hammer instead of a giant sword. I do believe Ludwig's hits harder, though. Okay. I don't think there's anything up here. And I haven't seen... I haven't been paying a close attention to the walls, but I haven't seen anything jump out at me. Like doors or anything like that. Maybe I should do one more scope, but... Okay. I'll do one more scope this way. I think that's it, though. Step it up, Oleg. I'm probably gonna actually dismiss him. There really weren't that many enemies here to begin with. I didn't really need them. I kind of want to try the fight on my own. I don't think it's gonna be hard. Let's just hope that wasn't premature. Okay, this one's got a side door, so the boss room would be ahead. We're gonna go in here first. That was definitely a premature silencing. Oh well. Premature shots. My specialty. Okay, down or up? Down or straight? That's not straight. Down or stay. I can't English right now. Let's just stay up. Stay up. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay up. And of course there's another door. Why would there not be another door? He looks suspicious. Still not sure if there's any tells on the... tomb mold. I don't know if there's any tells on the false walls. Ooh, Bold Hunter's Mark. What a strange place to put that. Okay, I don't see anything here. I think it's just the one door. It's just the one door, actually. Yeah, just the one door. Unless I missed one over here. I should look closer. Okay, no. This is an oddly open room with another door on the other side. Let's get rid of the smoke. I knew it. And what's down here? I don't see anything. I wonder if that's where the bottom place went. The bottom place, the ladder. The down place. You know, the place that goes down? That place. Ooh. You look suspicious. Could you be a... Okay, never mind. I don't think there were any stairs here. I think that's literally just a fall. I think that's... I gotta stop talking, alright? Just tell me to shut up. And this must be the lever. No. Treasure. Oh, be something good. Ritual blood level 2. Just what I've always wanted. Okay. I was gonna say, was the giant sarcophagus really necessary for that? But I wasn't expecting to see a body in it. I didn't realize that was a sarcophagus. That would make a little bit more sense, though you'd think the blood would have coagulated by now. But if I recall, in the item description, the ritual blood does not coagulate for whatever reason. That looks like a pressure plate. Nothing? Nothing? Okay. We'll read the item descriptions at the end. Alright, I think that was it. I want to see if this goes to where I thought it was. It is so quiet in here. Hey, would you... Oh, I knocked you off the edge. This is a weird place. Why is this here? I feel like there has to be a false wall somewhere. This is just bizarre. Bizarre, yet bonafide. God, if I ever have to listen to that again. That's definitely a pressure plate. I was like, what did I just step on? And it goes flying by my face. And yes, I'm right. This is the down place. We're in the down. Dark down, deep dark down. Okay, I don't think there's anything in here. No doors. I think we are done. Again, how did I... Where did I... When did I... I think I came this way. From this way. Leap of faith. And the boss room is behind me. There we go. Pretend I didn't do that. Oh, the stairway boss entrance. Okay, I'm gonna heal for this one. This is actually a unique enemy and one I think is pretty cool. So I call it the spicy doggo. Wow, I'm covered in blood. I know that's gonna seem like wow, that's so cool, and to watch it go down like that, it's like, oh my god, that was not worth it. We're gonna get to see that one again, all right? But it's gonna have a lot more spice to it. All right, so this is like the tomatillo, all right, and the other one's like the ghost pepper. So, or not even the tomatillo. This is like the green pepper, okay? The other one's the ghost pepper. All right. Oh, I know I didn't list the items. Oh no. What was that? Are those are blades? Hmm. Okay, so don't worry. Spicy Doggo will make a return. And we're at the end of the Pthumerian Labyrinth. Let's just take a second here. Just a second to be like, oh yeah. Look at that blood. Oh yeah, okay. Look at that. I am just covered. My outfit's red and you can tell I'm covered in blood. Okay. That is awesome. That is amazing. The pupper was a full-on bell pepper, yes. So that's a pupper. We're gonna see the heckin' big pupper version of that later, I promise. And it's gonna probably kill me a lot. Because it is really freaking hard. Alright, so that was the first labyrinth. That's our first Chalice Dungeon. So I should have read these while we were down there, but, you know, a little bit of ambient music's not bad. So, the last thing we did, we got the Central Pthumeru Chalice. That is going to bring us to our next labyrinth, the Central Pthumerian Labyrinth. So, see, Central Pthumeru Chalice, a chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal, but only a root chalice changes the shape of the old labyrinth when used in a ritual. The old labyrinth was carved out by the Pthumerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch Truth. And so they're talking about an ancient society that used to live here long before the humans. So I kind of wonder if there's a tie in that to like Dark Souls or something. So the Pthumerian Labyrinth, that's where the Healing Church began their research into the cosmos, if you recall back to the lore we had discussed. And the Pthumerian Labyrinth was essentially created by the Pthumerians, hence the name. And the Pthumerians, like I said, were superhuman beings that inhabited the inhabitants of the ancient Pthumeru, which I assume was probably what the Bergenworth area was originally. And according to that, it sounds like they've communed with the Great Ones. So based on that, unlocked the wisdom of the Eldritch Truth. Now, I think the enemies in there were supposed to be kind of like undead versions of the Pthumerians, is how I always assumed it was. I didn't assume that myself. Like, I've heard people talk about the Pthumerians and kind of show them, and I'm like, it started making me wonder. I bet those were the Pthumerians, and I think some of the enemies actually have names that correspond with the Pthumerians, if I'm not mistaken. Especially that one that was that appeared kind of like that. That like it looked like a light bulb almost. That one enemy in there, I don't remember what its name was. So, anyways, so that was Watchdog of the Old Lords was what we just fought. That was the Spicy Doggo. That's where we got that from. So when we did the first level, we didn't get anything. Pthumeru Root Chalice we got from the second layer, and Central Pthumeru Chalice from the third layer, which is the final layer. So as you can see now, we have a lot more chalices to work with. So Let's see, what else did we get? We got some blood gems. We should check those out. I'm trying to remember if we picked up anything else other than ritual supplies. We should look at the ritual supplies. I don't think there was anything else, though. Oh, cold blood dew. We should use this. Great. Okay. Gotta remember I have Yusefka's blood vial. Hold on to that for now. Okay, so we had Ritual Blood level 2. We used our first level Ritual Blood. I don't remember when I got the 5th Ritual Blood. That must be from the regular Waking World. And oh, look, so we've had Tomb Mold before. Okay, so that wasn't new to us. That or I just picked up a whole ton of it. Arcane Haze is new. Okay, let's read these. Because I don't remember the Tomb Mold. If I picked up that much Tomb Mold, that might be new. So, Ritual Blood level 2. Materials used in the Holy Chalice ritual. One of the basic ingredients used to satiate a Holy Chalice is this incoagulable blood. So I mentioned, I think the blood is incoagulable, which is why we were able to harvest it from the body in the sarcophagus. When all is melted in blood, all is reborn, and that is one of the core ingredients, I think, for a lot of the rituals, are different varieties of this. And that is terrifying, the level 5 blood. So you can see, the fact that we have level 5 blood is kind of telling you that we could have come here much earlier. And then Tomb Mold, material used in a Holy Chalice ritual, mold that grows from rotten flesh and blood inside the old labyrinth, matures to bear giant spores. Interesting. And the Arcane Haze, I think, was the other one we got. There is actually an item we get later on that's a haze extractor. We can essentially use the haze extractor to get more haze from other ritual items, which we're going to need eventually. So material used in the Holy Chalice ritual, the tiny smatterings of haze that are found in certain ritual materials, sometimes required for special rites. The additional rite, Sinister Bell, makes the bell-ringing woman appear, and when she rings a sinister bell, hunters from other worlds will be beckoned as adversaries. The Sinister Bell, that's interesting. I don't think they're talking about the regular bells. Alright, I think that's referring to something in the Chalice Dungeons that I've seen but have not seen in person myself. Anyways, I think that's the last thing. Okay, I don't remember where we picked up a lot of these things, but I think the eyes, the bloodshot eyes, are from the witches of Hemwick, which I believe the Hintertomb Chalices are related to them. The living string we got from the Brain of Mensis. Pearl Slugs was probably probably either Ebrietas or maybe the Nightmare Realm. I don't remember exactly for all of these, but that's all for the new stuff. Okay, so I know that was really short, but that is essentially the last thing we had to do for this. Like I said, there's only 3 layers. The first one's really short, so we kind of got to see a little bit of that. Before we actually close out and I guess probably move on to the next one, because we might as well start the next Chalice, we should take advantage of the fact that we built up some echoes there. I don't know how many I'm going to need to do the next one, but I could probably just sell some items if I overshoot it on this. I'd rather level up while we have the chance. I don't think I picked up anything that I need to drop off other than chalices themselves, maybe. I'm going to drop the root chalices at least, I think, because I'm not planning to do anything with those. As I think I can drop these. I can't remember if you actually keep the chalices or not. So let us repair. Let's see, do we need to fortify anything? No. Let's check blood gem fortification. I don't think anything in there is going to be better than what we had because, like I said, that's an early place. Okay. I should actually check the blood gems to see if we've hit any high level ones yet, because I don't think we've quite reached the top level ones. Hey there.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Oops.
Very well. Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
Oh wow, I still don't even have enough for a level. I didn't realize how much I leveled up in that last section. It doesn't really matter though. So, as you can see, we're level 85. I would say when you go to the Hunter's Nightmare, you want to be... Most people I've heard... Following in the words of somebody, I would say I relatively trust to... I don't trust myself to live up to their level, but I think they give pretty good information. I would say level 100 is probably what you want to be at for that. I'm probably going to shoot for a little higher if I can, and we should be able to beat that out by the time we get done with the next two labyrinths. So... we did not get much from this labyrinth, but we will start picking up more stuff, I assure.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
Alright, that is a good place to close things out. I know that's a bit short, but I wanted to make sure to try and complete entire labyrinths at a time if I can. That's probably not going to happen later when we get to some of the harder ones, but I will do my best. To recap, we performed our first Chalice ritual and gained access to the Pthumerian Labyrinth underneath Bergenworth. I assume that's not the active labyrinth right now, but I guess it could be. I'm not really sure. But I assume it's kind of a... maybe it is a connection to it directly. I'm not really entirely sure how that works. I'm not gonna dwell on that. There we descended to the third layer, the third and final layer, where we fought the Watchdog of the Old Lords, or Spicy Dago, as I like to call it. And recovered the central Pthumeru Chalice. We also learned a little bit about the Pthumerians, which is a name that has popped up here and there, but in very low amount, which are considered older beings that formed the Pthumerian Labyrinths and communed with the Great Ones. There are two more Pthumerian Labyrinths that we will have access to using the central Pthumeru Chalice, because we will be able to get access eventually to the lower Pthumeru Chalice as well. So next time we will continue with the central Pthumeru, and then gain access to lower Pthumeru labyrinths. I'm not sure how long it's going to take to do those, and I will definitely spread those up over 2 episodes at least. With that being said, let us close things out. I will be continuing tonight, so if you are here live, stick around. Otherwise, thank you all for joining, and I will see you all later.